Hello and welcome to Royal Vibes. Prince Harry has been warned, inflict more pain and his point of no return. The king is determined to stand by his beloved son, but Prince Harry is fast approaching the point of no return, an expert warned last night. Charles is believed to have told his advisors, some of whom think Harry and Meghan should be stripped of their titles, that he will never close the door on him. So guys, before we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. The king hopes they will eventually run out of ammunition, and having said their piece, there will be a chance to rebuild the relationship. A royal source told Daily Express that the king is a father who loves his son, and like any parent is frustrated and worried that his two children have such a difficult relationship. He is determined not to cut Harry off and believes there may still be a way back for the Sussexes. The royal family is dreading this Netflix documentary but hope that once Harry and Meghan have said their piece, they can draw a line under it and move on. The palace source added, "It is very distressing time all around. We certainly hope grievances can be resolved, and who knows where that might leave us." Royal author Phil Dampier was not surprised by Charles's forgiving attitude but believed there is a red line. Mr. Dampier said, "I am sure it is right that Charles will go to great lengths to maintain relationship with Harry, but there is a limit. There is a limit. Harry's book Spare, which is due to be out in January, is expected to be 400 pages of dynamite. King Charles would pretty much forgive Harry anything except dragging Camilla through the mud. If Harry's account of his parents' divorce is too critical for Camilla, or places too much blame at Charles, though, while painting his mother as a saint, that would be the point of no return. At that point, what sanctions are on offer? What choice do they have but to say, okay, you have crossed a line here and there is no way back. It's time to go your own way, but not as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex." Mr. Dampier added that Charles was devastated at the loss of Lady Susan Hussey from royal household despite her questioning of British domestic abuse campaigner Ngozi Fulani about where she was from, and the release of Harry and Meghan's Netflix trailer as William and Kate's crucial US tour began added to the king's anguish. Mr. Dampier said Charles has known Lady Susan Hussey for whole of his adult life. She was a precious friend of his mother, and he would have been deeply unhappy to lose her. He would have found it almost impossible to sack her. She was thrown under the bus, but the impetus of her resignation very much came from Lady Susan herself, which made it easier for him. Yesterday, the Sussex's friend and biographer Omid Kobe took to Twitter to criticize the king, saying if King Charles truly wants to show leadership and modernize the monarchy, then acknowledging the institutional racism within it is the only way forward. He was also dismissive of Lady Susan, claiming that there was an attempt to turn her into the victim after her comment. He wrote, "I see we have entered the predictable, turn the victim into the villain phase of the story. The gymnastics and lying some people are doing to excuse the racism of a woman they haven't met is wild. No wonder so many who experience racism or bigotry keep it to themselves. Shameful." Mr. Dampier believed Charles is deeply concerned but not in despair at the racial and tension between his children. He said, "The monarchy has been through much worse. This is nothing compared to the 1990s, simply not on the same scale. They survived the Annus Horribilis, the Windsor Castle fire, the death of Diana, and they will survive this too. Charles is popular with people, and William and Kate are popular too. I don't see the end of the monarchy. On the contrary, I think it will thrive. It is significant that a lot of countries like Australia, New Zealand, and Jamaica aren't immediately getting rid of the monarchy following the Queen's death. That's quite telling. They actually want to give Charles a chance." Royal author Christopher Wilson agreed the monarchy would survive but believed Harry and Meghan were disgracing themselves on a daily basis. He compared their behavior to the abdication of King Edward VIII over his relationship with divorcee Wallis Simpson back in 1936. Mr. Wilson said, "To some long-term observers, this is the worst crisis to hit the royal since the abdication of King Edward VIII, which tore the family apart and threatened to capsize the monarchy. There is no question that Charles witnessed too many crises during his decade as heir to the throne, as has the experience to tough it out. What must hurt him as a father is to watch his son take a wrecking ball to the institution that once nurtured him. Harry and Meghan's Netflix documentary was launched with an explosive 1 minute teaser ahead of the airing next Thursday. No one members of the royal family, apart from Sussexes, were given the chance to watch it before it goes out. The trailer includes dozens of private pictures from their family album and a voiceover from Harry saying, "No one sees what's happening behind closed doors." A black and white picture of his wife on the armchair apparently crying appears before the film cuts away to an unflattering picture of William and Kate in the 2019 Commonwealth Service in London. Meghan is then shown talking to an interviewer off screen and says, "When the stakes are this high, doesn't it make more sense to hear our story from us?" The clip has caused much angry reaction and incensed isle of white MP Bob Seeley. Mr. Seeley, who served in the armed force in Afghanistan and Iraq, called Harry and Meghan a dreadful couple who should be stripped of their titles. He said, "I don't know what's gone wrong in their life. They are a pathetic, narcissistic, self-indulgent pair. They are dreadful. Why on earth we allow him to keep his titles if he hates this country and hates the monarchy? If I had time, I'll be bringing in a private member's bill to say if you want to hate the monarchy, you are Mr. Windsor. Jog on, grow up." So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.